I don't know what to make of this, because I'm just going to ask you, does India's enemy have an Indian fan or fans in this country? Perhaps many, I don't know, but I mean, this is what it appears.
Apologies, Rahul, but I completely disagree with you. I think you're taking it too far. Citizens of China will celebrate China. What's wrong with that? I mean, I don't understand that. And you know very well that.
So you're saying they all have staple visas?
No, you know very well that a very famous editor, I'll just say Hey Ram, has been in charge and has been surreptitiously, covertly or overtly advising the DMK. In fact, Ms. Kanimoi, who you named, is the president of Hindu Employees Union. So maybe that is what advising the DMK party does to you. No, but these things apart, jokes apart, it is a real tragedy. I don't know, it's a farce. But the fact of the matter is that when the DMK and its cohorts, they castigate and they say Muslims are being persecuted in India, Modi is a fascist, and so many mosques are being demolished, they completely ignore the fact that for the last 4 or 5 years, 1.5 million Muslims have been interned in concentration camps in China, are being fed pork and alcohol. 1,700 mosques have either been demolished or their structures changed. So they no longer look like mosques. There is complete silence. But here they want to talk about saving and standing up with Muslims. So there is double standards there, of course. As far as this, I would put it down to complete ignorance, or the fact there's so much hatred against India that they don't really mind. They don't really mind trumpeting and eulogizing a country that actually murdered 40 or 20 of our Jawans back in 2020.
In Galwan, yes. America Narayanan, I just want to ask you, how can we give such a huge pedestal to China? And if it was an inadvertent error, then accept it. But how can anyone justify it, especially when they use Indian taxpayer money?
First thing is, if I were them, I wouldn't have put the China's emblem there. Having said that, I saw our Prime Minister Modi talking about our taxpayers' money and DMK doing that. And I remember it is with our tax money, the Prime Minister has several times not given what is due to the Dalits. It is due to with our taxpayers' money, where he has derided one person's act and talked about being used by the entire Communities Act. The problem is, it is not only they take the tax money spent by Congress and putting a person
1 second,
to pay.
Mr. Narayanan, this is not a forum to make. No, 1 second, to compound. 1 second, to compound. 1 second, Mr. American, let me just step in here, please. This is not a forum to compound one mistake with another bunch of 20 mistakes. Please, I want to specifically ask you a question. The Congress party, now you are a sensible person, Mr. America Narayanan. You say that you do not support this. Shouldn't the Congress party issue a statement saying that this is not in our name? I'm asking you.
Our taxpayers' money and deriding our citizens all over. Using our taxpayers' money, he went abroad and derided the Indian democracy. The first time in New York, where he set an example of criticizing India in a foreign thing. So the Prime Minister, my Prime Minister, has no legitimacy in talking about using taxpayers' money to do this. And having said that, let's talk about China. He is, after Jawaharlal Nehru, the highest amount of land has been ceded to China by none other than the so-called brave 56-inch Prime Minister. Let's be clear about that. Let's talk about China.
No, 1 second, Mr. Narayanan, can you give me some proof of this? Because you're dangerously close.
Yes,
to perjuring yourself. There is no proof here, viewers. I want to ask you. Can I ask you a question? You're a Congress leader. Can I ask you a simple question? Is it not a fact that the only political party in this country that has actually got an MOU, a secret one, with Xi Jinping's Communist Party is the Congress. Is it not true?
No.
No.
The first question, I think you're trying to see, you're trying
No,
to
there's,
be
no,
like
there's nothing.
a
I'm not
BJP
trying to see.
leader.
Is that the reason why? What BJP is a fact? Is it not a fact? Denied. Denied. I'll show you the pictures. I'll show you the pictures. Sonia Gandhi with Rahul Gandhi leaning over her, Xi Jinping standing next to her. In fact, and they're both signing an MOU. MOU. Now, viewers, when I ask this question, I am accused of being a BJP spokesperson. I mean, come on. 1 minute.
Rahul, 5 seconds.
Yes.
No, my good friend Amerikai ji is absolutely right. My good friend Amerikai ji is absolutely right that Indian government ceded land, in fact 640 square kilometers of our land, Eastern Ladakh, to China. He's right. But he doesn't mention which government. He says Modi government. No, it was the UPA. And who admitted this? Mr. Shyam Saran, who was the UPA secretary. He was the one who said that UPA ceded 640 square kilometers of Eastern Ladakh to China. So it is the Congress that has ceded land. Mr. Amerikai, get your facts right.
Now here, viewers, is a photograph. And you see Rahul Gandhi in his trademark jacket signing an MOU. And there you can see is the Chinese Prime Minister. Guess who's behind them, viewers? It's Xi Jinping. And there, of course, is Sonia Gandhi. And there is Anand Sharma, MOS State at that time for External Affairs. All three of them are busy signing a document. Secret, viewers. It's a secret document. Therefore, perhaps the Congress party has not come out and even condemned their alliance partner for issuing such an advertisement. I want to bring in the BJP, Madhuvanti. Ms. Madhuvanti, I want to ask you a very specific question here. And it's not an easy one. Because many people will say that, and especially the Congress party, will say that we have done this because Modi has failed to show red eye, lal aankh, to the Chinese. Our trade numbers are still burgeoning with China, etc., etc.
Good evening, Rahul, and good evening to my fellow panelists. They can say what they want. I truly don't seem to worry about it because I think everybody in the Congress is influenced by Mr. Rahul Gandhi. So whatever they speak, I don't seem to understand. Probably I have a poor understanding capacity because they just, Mr. Amerikai just went around in circles when you asked him about a simple rocket's picture of Chinese flag on it. That's all. My point here is who pushed away the Chinese army from Ladakh even during a very, very tough period during Corona?
Yeah.
Who banned TikTok
Yes.
and 59 other apps, Chinese apps that were causing problems here in India? It was not the UPA government. Who did all of this? And Miss Madam Kanimuri has the attitude to say that the PM went for a walk with the Chinese premier. When was that? Was that now?
Okay.
That was before Corona.
Viewers, look, the fact of the matter is that I'm surprised at the silence of the DMK's partners. The DMK is justifying this. The partners are silent. Why are they silent, viewers? That's the $1 million question, maybe $1 billion question, maybe $1 trillion question. I don't know. But it is a big question. And it's looming large. And Amerikai Narayanan can't bring himself to tell us what is the compulsion.